Hi everybody, it's Casey Williams. Dodge is really good at slapping classic brands on modern performance cars. Think about the Charger, think about the Challenger, and even some of the performance versions of the old Dart. But the vehicle we have this week takes an entirely different road through a strange part of the world for Dodge. It's the 2023 Dodge Hornet GT. Let's go have a look at it. If you think the Hornet looks like an Alfa Romeo with a bad attitude, you're not far off. Much of the Hornet is shared with the Alfa Romeo Tonale, and it is built in Italy. But they've done enough styling changes to really turn it into a proper Dodge. I really like these snarling hood vents. I think it's really cool. The black grille, the red Dodge logo, just the whole front of it just looks angrier. LED headlamps, I think it looks really cool. Come around the side. I like the package on this one too, with the dark wheels, the cool little black Hornet logo here on the fender. I think it's really cool too. But you can kind of see in the proportion, the shapes of it, it really does look Italian. It looks very Alfa Romeo. And there's really no disguising that fact. But you know, Dodge needed a smaller performance vehicle. The market had changed. Small compact crossovers, they came a little bit late to that game. So it's kind of like, well, how do you find your niche? And Dodge has done really well relying on performance vehicles. They did with the Durango and all of its sport models, and I think this is really a smart idea for them too. And it really does look the part. You come around the back again, it's nice squinty, kind of smoke tail lamps, the black badging here, Hornet on the back tailgate. Power hatch. And inside, again, this is a compact crossover. There's not huge amounts of space back here. Does have the ski pass through. Do have folding rear seats too. So you can expand the cargo compartment. But you're going to be more comfortable with two people in this, probably traveling long distance, four in a pinch for a weekend. But otherwise, I think it'll suit you pretty well. You definitely get a sense of the Hornet's Italian lineage when you come inside the vehicle. You know, it really looks completely different than what you see from other Dodge products. But I like it. I think it works out just well for this vehicle. I like the nice thick leather wrap seats. I like the nice side bolsters. It really does have a nice performance feel to it. I love the steering wheel. Again, it feels very Italian and all the right places, nice and thick and good places to grip your fingers when you're really driving the car hard. Gauges, you basically have a flat screen. I've got it set up with the digital speedometer in the middle, but that's very easy to use as well. And where you really see the difference, you know, from other Dodge products is here in the center. Usually, you know, you have their layout with the proper tuning and volume knobs and redundant controls down below. This is a different system, but it's still pretty easy to use. You do have wireless CarPlay, you have wireless Android Auto, so it is easy to connect your devices. You've also got wireless charging down here in the console. But icons on the side for media and for navigation and for a climate control phone, all down this side, pretty easy there. Here we got dual zone automatic climate control. One layer below that, starter button, and also turn off the auto stop start. I do like having, again, proper volume and tuning knobs. Here you can direct tune it. You can also channel by channel on the touchscreen. I prefer to have it there. Volume's down here in the console, pretty easy to use. I also like just some little upgrades too. I like the red stitching. This has the Harman Kardon audio system. Sounds really good. Nice deep cup holders. So it's a pretty practical car, but you never forget that it's a performance vehicle, and I like that a lot too. It also comes with a full array safety gear, automatic emergency braking, adaptive cruise, lane keep assist, blind spot warning, rear cross path detection, and lane centering steering. So pretty much everything you need to stay safe on the road. Well, I think the key reason you're going to buy the Hornet is for the driving experience. It drives like no other compact crossover on the market, perhaps except for the Alfa Romeo. But it really does have that Italian feeling. You know, the steering's very tight, the steering's very precise, it just tips right into corners, and it really is a lot of fun to drive. And one of the real reasons for that too, you know, beyond the suspension being really tight and the steering being really firm, is it has a 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine. Chrysler calls this their Hurricane engine. Delivers 268 horsepower and 295 pound-feet of torque. Routes all that through a 9-speed automatic transmission. So it'll run 0 to 60 in 6.5 seconds. And then keep in mind, this is the slowest version of the Hornet. You can also get a hybrid version of it, and you get the Alfa Romeo line, you get plug-in hybrids, and all kinds of different options. So this really is kind of the bottom of the performance range. 0 to 60, 6.5 seconds, and quite a bit of fun to drive. Fuel economy, you know, you got a turbo engine, and you're gonna be sticking your foot in it quite a bit to enjoy it. So fuel economy is not great for a compact crossover, 21 miles per gallon in the city, 29 highway, but that's also not terrible at all for the performance you get out of this vehicle. But beyond that, it really has been a lot of fun to drive. This is a car you can put your kids in, take them to school, super practical. But if you want to find that nice curvy road on the weekend and just enjoy the drive, this vehicle's up for that too. And I think that's really where Dodge has found its niche. It's where it found its niche with the Durango. A couple of years ago, you know, took a German-based platform and and turn it into a performance crossover. And it's really where they found their niche with this one. It is the crossover that's very practical, but you can enjoy it with the kids too. So how much is this? Sorry, start running again.
Keep going.
Right. So how much is this? Sorry, fuck. Ready?
I'm ready. Just keep going.
So how much is this Italian design and American attitude going to cost you? Well, the Hornet starts just under $31,000. This one, everything on it, $40,710. So again, that's not as cheap as some of the other compact crossovers out there, but I think you're also getting a lot more performance and a lot more driving experience for that money. And I think if you drive it, you're really going to like it. And if you compare this to the price of the Alfa Romeos, I think you're really, really, really going to like it. So next week, we're on a fun car. Until then, storm forward.